You know what's funny? I actually moved from Reno, Nevada to West Hollywood, California. It's the highest gay population in Southern California. And I moved in with 3 gay roommates. I'm the only non-gay guy living there. Think about it. Reno, 0 gay roommates. And in Southern California, 3. That's a big gay increase. I moved in with them because I'm like, they're gay, so I had these stereotypes in my mind. They're gonna be clean, redecorating all the time, beautiful girls coming in and out that they don't even want. Never stereotype. None of those things are true. These are the dirtiest people I've ever lived with in my life. I'm like, I got some defective gays. What the hell is this? I want to exchange them for the gays I've heard all about. I'm in the kitchen cleaning up after them. Like, why the hell am I the gayest guy here? That's not right. That's not right.
We're back with more Kayvon, a hilarious, clean comedian that conservatives will love. And stick around until the end of the video because Kayvon himself will be on the show.
There's a new thing now where there's trans who are going on dates and they're trying to go, it's called going stealth. And I was like, what the hell's going stealth? It turns out it's where you don't ever tell your date and hope they never find out. I'm like, damn, you're gonna try to trick a guy like forever? That takes balls. Ladies, you send us a naked picture, we love it. We show our friend, look. We send you a naked picture, ew, look. Guys, don't send naked pictures. The women, look at women's magazines, what do they like? They like a man wearing more clothing. Put more clothes on. Dress pants, dress socks, shoes, belt, cummerbund, dress shirt, tie, vest, coat, monocle, top hat. Okay. The more clothes, the better. That's what I've decided.
People mad at Elon Musk. People that bought a Tesla because they were on the left now hate him and smashing each other's Teslas, and they're all... I'm like, you guys gotta stop. Whether you like Elon or not, he has some good qualities. Elon Musk was able to go into space and bring back 2 people. Okay. He was able to rescue them and come right back. So if he waves like this every once in a while, you're just gonna have to let that shit go, okay?
Thank you.
As a straight white guy, no one's gonna help you at all. I went to a hair salon once in a new town. Check this out. You're not even gonna care what happened to me, but I'm a victim. What? I'm a victim. I went to a hair salon in a new town, never been. I had a comedy show that night. I said, can you cut my hair because I got a show tonight? And the lady was like, sir, we don't do men's hair here. Isn't that gender discrimination? I had money, I needed a haircut. She's like, go somewhere else. And no one's gonna like support me. This isn't going to the Supreme Court anytime soon, you know? But when I got to the door, I stuck up for myself. I turned around, I go, would you have cut a lesbian's hair? They're like, yes. I'm like, well, that's the same haircut I was going for. Astronomer at some company, astronomer. The CEO was at a concert just hugging on HR. That was a good team building event. That was kind of cute. Because people usually hate HR, but she's right there. She's the office Karen, HR. Yeah. Are you a Karen too? Oh my God! Do you work HR? No, shut. Her name is Karen. She works in HR. Her job is telling on people and getting them in trouble. I was so shocked that the head of HR was a straight white woman. That was pretty progressive in that company. You never see that.
And it's so good to be an exiter. Usually I'm trying to enter her, but here I go. Yes.
Okay, I say family friendly with a little bit of a caveat.
What are we most thankful for in this country as a group? Do we even know anymore? We don't. Just silence. Nobody said food. We have too much food. We don't even appreciate it. Like other countries have no food. We don't even have American cuisine. We're too busy eating all the other countries' food. Yeah. Can you believe we're the greatest country in the world and we don't have our own food? Hot dogs and hamburgers? We just gave up, didn't we? We're just like, no. If someone comes over, we'll give them a wiener or we'll go get something else. Okay. When you want to eat, you eat the other countries' food. Chinese, Japanese, Indian, Italian, French, Greek, Persian, Peruvian, Mexican, Brazilian. Even Ethiopians have food, and they don't even have food. How did that happen? We don't even eat the same food twice. You ever ask someone, let's go have Chinese? Like, I just had Chinese food yesterday. Mm-hmm. Like, relax, you can eat it every day, dumbass. There's people who do, they're Chinese.
Texas barbecue, brisket. That's American right there, Kayvon. Comedian takes boxer all over the world. Hey, it's Reno.
Go.
No shot.
Let's go outside.
Sick.
Yeah. But up here it says the flavors.
Yeah, but how do you...
You can actually meet Reno if you go to one of Kayvon's shows. That's worth the ticket right there.
So where's my Middle Eastern people at? Make some noise. We're glad you're here. We are so glad you're here. But you're not known for being great laughers. You laugh at home, privately with your family. In public, don't laugh. I am going to stereotype you. Yes, I will. Here's how the average Middle Eastern person watches a show. He's good. Middle Eastern people are hard to impress because they're very successful themselves. They're like, go on, make me laugh. It's your job. It is not my job to laugh. Your job, make me laugh. My job is doctor. I'm the best doctor, okay? I'm here with my cousin. He is lawyer, the best lawyer. If you are not the best comedian, go to hell. You did not make me laugh.
Blacks gone wild. When it comes to graduation, let's take a look at what this black student decided to do when getting a diploma. The most regal time, the most honorary time. Now we know it's not a black thing because the guy holding the diploma was black. He said, no, you go back and do it less black. Look what this group of students decided to do. It wasn't just one. The whole school is supposed to get your diploma. It's supposed to be an honorary occasion. And here goes with the back flips, the front flips. And people say, Kayvon, you're such an old man. They can celebrate. They worked hard. They deserved it. That's what the after party's for. See what happens when one person wants to celebrate and dance in their own way and no one else knows it's coming. It looks like she just graduated from WWE University.
That's what happens when you get older. I used to want to Netflix and chill. Now I just want to chill and watch Netflix. Almost the same thing, but different. Dating was hard back in the day. You had to plan your date. You had to go to Blockbuster and figure out what movie your date might want to watch. And they would have 70 on the wall, and then you get to each box, they're all empty. You had to sit by the little return slot, wait for a Jurassic Park. Like, if you got a movie you didn't even want to watch, you would watch it because of the effort it took to find it at Blockbuster together. Like, we both screwed up, we were going to sit through this. But now you have 50,000 movies. There's nothing to watch. Where did you guys go? Now I'm curious. Smoke a little weed?
Smoke a cigarette.
Cigarette, okay, good. No.
If you're hot enough, you can do it.
No, I'm telling you what, you get out there and smoke a cigarette in this humidity, you must really be addicted to them cigarettes. Who thinks there was something extra in that cigarette? That's 100%. Now, there's two choices, weed or meth. Let's go. Where are we at, weed or? Weed. It's a weed.
There wasn't nothing.
There's
I got all
nothing.
my teeth.
You got all your teeth. They got all That's a Tyler dental plan. We are weed smokers. We got all our teeth, sweetheart. You'll know who's who. Go to Sonic Burger, 2 in the morning. You'll see. You'll see.
Mexicans broke down the fence, jumped the wall, and ran into Coachella, only to serve hot dogs to the fans. It was hilarious, and it looked a little something like this. The guts on these people during Trump's presidency, during ICE raids, to say, no, we have to get the hot dogs in there. And they jumped another border, they crossed another wall, and they got in there, and they served those wieners to the crowd of Lady Gaga lovers.
Woo! So I go to Texas, I ran up the stairs. I go, at least I didn't fall up the stairs. Sir, that was funny. Joe Biden fell up the stairs. He goes, no, he didn't. Then he said the most Texas thing ever. He goes, he was pushed by Jesus. Only in Texas. Well, that is ridiculous. But then I went and watched the tape. It does appear like he was pushed by Jesus. Because when you watch, he fell 3 times. Where's my religious people? You know the reference. It's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
All right, guys, we have a familiar face here. He's been on the show before. He has had 2 Dry Bar specials, millions of views, and he's going to be in Salt Lake City this Friday and Saturday with me in downtown Salt Lake City.
Hello, CV fans. It is good to be here. Thank you for letting me in the den. I feel like CV is in a very intimate... if this didn't have guns in it, it would look like a cheap hotel room in Las Vegas where you can rent by the hour.
There'd
Beautiful.
be a heart-shaped bed in the background that you can put coins in.
Yeah, exactly. Does it rumble when you put $1 in there?
That is the conservative vibe. So Kayvon's coming at us from his home studio. You might recognize his background. This weekend, traveling down to Utah.
I'm very jealous of you because as a traveling comedian, I don't have a cool studio with cool lighting. So I went for the most basic stuff I could have. And if I just put 4 pins behind me and a few glow lights, I too can look like I'm in a studio, but I don't have that professionalism you have over there.
Yeah, if you ever forget where a country is geographically.
I always tell people I was born in America. My dad is from the Middle East and my mother's from the Midwest. So I'm like, there you go, baby. I'm the perfect minority. I'm just a dash of Persian.
I get a lot of comments about, like, I say, oh, there's going to be a conservative night of comedy. And then I get comments from liberals that say, oh, it's a bunch of Trumpers, a bunch of MAGA, you know? But the nice thing about Kayvon, he makes fun of everybody. So nobody's safe from Kayvon. It's equality for everybody getting made fun of. Everybody's going to get a little bit of a roasting.
Yeah, one of my favorite jokes I've been doing lately is, remember when Elon Musk, he did a wave at the inauguration and they're like, that's a Nazi wave. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, but he also goes into outer space and brings people home safely. So he's allowed to do that. And so I take a controversial topic and then just try to just bridge the gap. I'm like, why are we arguing about this? It's so stupid. Let's just laugh about it. And I think Sydney Sweeney's got to be my next topic because obviously a curvy blonde woman in jeans, and now half the country is like, this is racist. I'm like, I'm working on a joke on that topic. So if you guys have any, put them in the comments and I might kind of go through them and see if I can steal one.
You could be in Kayvon's show.
Yes. If you write for me, you will not get any credit, no money, but the pride of knowing you made a crowd laugh in a city you weren't at probably would be really, really nice. In my comedy now, also, instead of talking about politics, because I feel like Trump won, we're getting almost everything we want. I don't have that tension, that anger that I had when it was Biden forcing vaccines and masks and, banning my channel. My channel on Facebook and Instagram got so many little reports and alerts and turned off for 30 days. And that my channel's been permanently damaged in a way. So I just focus my time on the live shows. I love coming on your show. And now people will be like sending me death threats and I report them. And Facebook is like, we did not remove this. I'm like, in one way, I'm so happy that the censorship is gone, but I'm like, but these are death threats against me now. And I was just writing, people would write like, I'm going to beat you up, And I'm like, you're stupid. And they would shut me down for 60 days, CV. It was horrible.
Unfortunately, I've had a lot of death threats as well, a lot of hate online, but you got to brush it off and keep doing what you're doing. So.
Yeah, well, they're not going to come to your door because you're 5 feet away from 2 AR-15s right there. No, but it's been great. And last time we were there in Ogden, Utah, you made a surprise appearance and hundreds of fans were there to see me. And they keep talking about how they met you that night and it was so cool. And I'm like, I was the guy doing most of the comedy, but I'm happy to share with the meet and greet my conservative friend here who has a killer channel. And everywhere I go in the country now, Florida, Pennsylvania, even up in Washington State, they're like, hey, you know where I saw you lately? So it's been really cool to be able to get to know you in real life.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Likewise, on the channel, I feature a lot of comedians and I still get a ton of comments. Where's Kayvon? More Kayvon. We want to see more Kayvon. So definitely a subscriber favorite and a clean comedian. And I say clean. I'm going to put a little bit of quotations there, maybe PG. Right. Would you say that?
Well, I'm still of the world. I see what's going on. So I comment on those topics, but I do try to take out as many bad words as I can. And if I start to curse a lot, it means I'm kind of trying to really crush or like kill in a crowd that I feel like I'm not getting the reaction I want. And a bad word here and there is a cheat code to kind of shock the crowd, like clear, boom. You know how they do with those paddles at the hospital. So people that rely too heavily on bad language, then they're painting with messy colors. And you don't get the specific story they're trying to tell.
Similar to that being kind of a cheap trick is just throwing the F word out like every sentence. What are your thoughts about crowd work?
Oh, okay. Well, crowd work should come organically. I don't see how this has become such a trend. And I get why, because look, I have limited amount of material. It takes a while to think of a concept of a joke, craft it and tell it. Once you do, it's kind of gone. You put it on Instagram. We saw that one. But if you're like, hey, where are you from? No way. Detroit? Dang.
I bet you get shot at a lot, and then you just slowly work that. I find that for a show, these people are paying $50, $100 a ticket. Why would I just talk to this guy, leaving out 300 people and maybe eventually landing on something kind of funny? But just teasing the front row you do it in between your jokes. But if that's all you're doing, then I'm not a huge fan.
And I can tell about this joke because I don't think this will ever happen again. But one of your openers came on and talked about a dude with a man bun at like P.F. Chang's or some restaurant. And then there's a guy in the front row that had a man bun. And you were like, oh, so do you work at P.F. Chang's? Oh my gosh, it killed. It crushed.
That's funny. Now, if he'd just gone up and been like, so anyone have a job here? Anyone work at P.F. Chang's? Then it's not funny. But he set that up really funny because he talked about this guy with a man bun, then he looked down and goes, oh, another guy. Yeah, that was good. I have a joke now where I involve the crowd, but I don't need them to participate. But if they do, it's even better. And I talk about how girls are dating now online. Girls are saying, I'm looking for a perfect 6666. Where's my Prince Charming? And I saw that on 3 or 4 accounts. I'm like, what is a 6666? And it's a guy. So I have all the men raise their hand. I go, just let's figure if any of us qualify for these perfect standards. And then I just say, the first 6 is 6 feet tall or taller. And you watch like 80% of the hands go down in the room, including mine. And then I go, wow, we're almost all out of here. And we haven't even got to the second 6. And I just go through and we see which man is standing with his last arm up proudly. Like, yeah.
Who's the biggest liar?
Way, would your hand stay up at the 6 foot or taller, Mark?
With heels on, I'm about 6.
With heels. Yeah, I'm 5'11" with heels on. So
yeah, I think when we met, we're about the same height. Yeah. I don't know if people will be surprised or not. I don't know because I'm always sitting down. If people will be surprised, like, oh, CV's not like 7 feet tall and playing in the NBA,
Well, I don't know that, but you do look like a lumberjack that used to like kill people in Scotland with an axe or something, like just pow right over their head.
Maybe I'll show up
if
like
a guy
that.
wears a kilt to a show, you got to comment on that. You're like, what's up, sir?
Yeah.
How's the draft in here? Is it breezy? But if you're just walking around going, so does anyone here have a red flag when it comes to dating? Anybody? And I see someone like, my last boyfriend sold drugs. What? Wait a minute. And I'm like, how are you shocked and laughing at that story? Like you asked for a weird story and you got one. So
well, and that's hit and miss as well, because you could get the most boring crowd member, and I guess you could kind of flip that if they're boring to kind of be a funny situation, but you're not always going to get these amazing stories you see. And when you see these crowd work comics online, they're like cherry picking their best interactions. You don't know how much of that hour-long show is just staring at the audience like, what do you want to talk about now?
And there's always the out of, geez, I thought talking to you would be fun. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Hey. So I love coming up with material, turns of phrases, different topics that everyone's talking about, and seeing it from a different angle. It's like picking up rocks and flipping them over and looking at the bottom. It's just so much fun to do that. And I've been able to do that with dating jokes, Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. I do a few jokes where I support Joe Biden and say what I liked about him. I said, my mom taught me it's not just what he did wrong. Look for the positive. And Joe Biden fell a lot, but he got back up again every time, you guys. And that's a lesson in life. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up again. When I was in wrestling, the coach said, if you fall down 3 times, you got to get up 4. Joe Biden listened to my wrestling coach. Man, that guy's awesome. And the crowd's laughing because I'm not picking too hard on anybody.
And, I have subscribers who aren't strictly conservatives. They just like to laugh. It's a funny show. Funny's funny. You're less self-censoring, you're less woke, and you're able to just say things that are funny and things that always should be funny, but the left in Hollywood says, oh, no, you can't touch that anymore.
And what's funny, and we've seen the left in Hollywood, Howard Stern, gone. Yeah. Rosie O'Donnell, gone. Ellen, gone. Stephen Colbert. Mm-hmm. So it's like anyone who was on the wrong side of these issues over the last 3 or 4 years, they're like crumbling. And then people like Theo Von, and you got Joe Rogan. They're all just like thriving. Even my comedy career in many ways. Before the pandemic, I was bumping along. After, it just took a skyrocket. I'm very happy. So I love when you guys come to the shows. My tour dates are all over the country now. And I've slowed down my videos because during pandemic, we're on the video all the time because we had nothing else to do. Now I'm so busy doing live. I want you to do the videos and I'll just pop up in people's towns. I think that's the best way to do it.
I know you do like private events, weddings. I've seen a wedding video. I mean, you're going all over the place, man.
And that's funny when people cancel like I did have a show that got canceled. I had one coming up in Boulder, Colorado. And they're like, oh, we got too many complaints from the community. It was probably 3 guys that made 10 emails each and just was like, don't bring him. We don't feel safe. I am still going to make people laugh as long as I keep the show on and don't cancel it out from under me.
And every comedian that I've had on the show without fail has had a similar story where a door has been shut for them because they're open to more of a right-wing comedy style or that kind of audience. So that's really why I like to support Kayvon, comedians like him. And that's why subscribers, come on down Friday and Saturday. Let's support conservative comedy. So we're going to be downtown Salt Lake City, Cabaret, Wise Guys. Where do they go to get tickets?
Just go on my website, k-voncomedy.com, k-voncomedy.com. And we have Salt Lake, then Denver, San Jose, Albuquerque, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then it ends in Temecula. So that's my whole summer to fall tour. And anyone that's watching this, let's give away 3 free tickets for each show. Yeah, for each show. That way you guys get the word out, and then everyone else has to buy their tickets. So you message me, I'll try to get you your free one, but you got to be quick. Find me on Instagram or my Facebook page. That's the best way. But we're giving those away thanks to CV. Mention CV though, so I know you're not some faker.
Yeah, tell them CV sent you.
Yeah. Very cool. And so, and you'll be there. I'm going to have CV go up first on stage, then the traditional feature act, and then me. And then the meet and greet is even more fun than the show because we get to take pictures, hand out. CV's so rich, he gives things away. I sell some things so that I can afford my flight home. But other than that, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, and there's a general admission and a VIP ticket. The general admission will still get you to the meet and greet and all that. The VIP, you just get a gift from you, right, Kayvon? It's like a
VIPs. Like I give you my 1-hour comedy special. So no matter how good or bad the show went, you have a perfectly edited comedy clip to take home and watch with your family.
Yeah, there you go. You can share Kayvon with a family, even if they weren't able to make it. And, if you're not able to be in any of the cities Kayvon is in, go hit him up on Instagram, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, support him however you can.
Absolutely. And thanks for having me on again, man. That's great.
Yeah. For sure. I will see you Friday and Saturday, and hopefully a couple of the subscribers will drop by as well.
Heck yeah, we're going to have a party, baby.
Party!